Kratos, o famoso fantasma de Esparta. Muitos dizem que ele é no máximo universal, outros até nível montanha. Porém, hoje eu vou provar o real nível dele. Mas antes de falar sobre o real nível de poder dele, eu preciso falar sobre a cosmologia de ambas as mitologias, porque cada uma delas não compartilha do mesmo conceito de criação e são totalmente diferentes. Na Grécia, ou melhor, no universo grego, sim, universo, pois cada mitologia é seu próprio universo, com regras, leis e conceitos totalmente diferentes. Mesmo que de fato eles estejam no mesmo planeta afirmado pelo Corey Barlog, eles não compartilham dos mesmos conceitos de criação, afirmado pelo próprio. Vou deixar o mesmo falar para melhor compreensão.
But what I would talk about was the idea that all the mythologies of the world are kind of like this Hubble telescope image. They are like galaxies individually spread out throughout a complete universe. And the world is the universe. And all the mythologies are sort of origin stories of various cultures throughout the world, beginning at the beginning of time and stretching all the way out. So at any given time, all the mythologies exist together concurrently, and they are simply separated by geography. So it's important because some people had the conception that, hey, Kratos at the end of God of War 3 destroyed the world. Well, he destroyed what they believed the world was in Greece, which was their world. Everybody believed their world was the only world. In fact, we still believe that today.
So is this a continuation of the Kratos we've already played as, or is this a new incarnation? Are you talking about that yet?
Continuation.
Okay.
So it is like, the way I kind of see the mythologies is kind of like that Hubble telescope image of all of the galaxies.
The ultra deep field.
Yeah. So that image shows the universe with all of its individual galaxies. Each galaxy is kind of like a representation of a mythology, you know, and sort of wrap that around the Earth. And at any given moment, all of these mythological belief systems existed. You know, they all deal with a creation myth around their region. It's just separated by geography. So that while the height of some of these...
Bom, como mesmo afirma, cada mitologia seria como uma galáxia no universo. A diferença é que você teria que englobar-los no mesmo planeta. Porém, isso não vai contradizer em nada os mitos de criação de cada uma delas. Como Bruno Velasque afirma, Poseidon continua sendo o deus de todos os oceanos, indo de encontro a quem afirma que ele apenas seria o deus do mar Mediterrâneo. Inclusive, possui inúmeras afirmações de que Poseidon de fato tem domínio sobre todos os oceanos do planeta. Outras evidências nas novels, jogos e confirmações dos desenvolvedores.
Poseidon is Zeus's other brother. Poseidon is in charge of all the seas and all the oceans and everything in them. Because in the Greek perspective, the oceans sort of held up the lands, Poseidon is also in charge of earthquakes.
He's got a trident, this three-pronged spear. And sort of like Zeus with his lightning bolts, you don't want to mess with Poseidon because when he gets stirred up, the whole world gets stirred up because he just takes his trident and he just starts churning that sea.
Que afirmam que os gregos tinham domínio sobre o Egito, Pérsia, Arábia, etc. Isso vale tanto na mitologia grega, tanto para a nórdica, visto que Metsophis confirma que Midgard é todo o planeta Terra.
All of the Earth, or is it just that one area? Like, does a section of Midgard extend all the way to Greece? Is there a version of Asgard, which probably we weren't talking about yet, that also envelops the entire world? Basically, do the realms from Norse mythology expand beyond Norse mythology, is the question.
In my mind, you can contradict, and I don't think we ever necessarily said for certain, but like, Midgard is Earth. It's,
all of Earth.
You know, it's all of Earth or whatever, but like, the people who are involved in Norse mythology, who worship those gods and whatever, are in this section of Earth, and to them, you know, Midgard is to them what to the Greeks, whatever they like, Gaia or the Earth or whatever was to them. You know, it's just Earth to me. I didn't think of them when I was writing anything as completely separate places.
Yeah. So
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But
Kratos got on a boat and went north, and he found himself in this land that people happen to call Midgard.
Okay, so it's not like in Elfheim, if you keep walking, you can eventually get to the Egyptian version of Elfheim, which would be very trippy and cool.
I guess you theoretically could, because all of our realms, I mean, we established they exist like Freya says, they exist in the same physical space. They're essentially just kind of like, dimensions on top of each other. That's why the temple, the realm temple, and the bridge can all exist. It exists in all the realms. All the towers, all those things exist in the same realm. So, if you were inside the light temple in Alfheim, and you could theoretically travel right from there, to Muspelheim or Niflheim or any of those places, you would be in that location.
No caso, não o mesmo planeta dos gregos, e sim a versão do planeta Terra da mitologia nórdica, ou seja, cada reino é sua própria dimensão, com seu próprio fluxo de tempo e espaço. O pai de todos, Odin, já passou pelo mar Egeu. Surtur foi responsável por criar todas as estrelas galáxias, o cosmos da mitologia nórdica. Porém, em nada ele tem a ver com a criação do cosmos de Urano, afirmado pelo Bruno e Metsolfs. Isso já deveria ter ficado claro, já que a criação de Uranus não é a mesma criação de Surtur, Ymir, etc. Ou seja, a cosmologia das mitologias funciona de maneira semelhante ao Nasuverse, ou mais conhecido como universo de Fate Stay Night, onde cada continente no planeta Terra é sua própria dimensão de tamanho universal, e não simplesmente um continente como o nome condiz.